So it's a game, a contest, keeps our name up. Yes.
Okay. Real quick, winner take all then. The winner take all, like there will be one.
Sort of, yes. Haven't gotten that far. I don't want to mandate it. Okay, I don't want to mandate. There could be several. And one of the things in the instructions about it would be that it has to be adaptable. So Occupy DOE, Occupy Wall Street, Occupy Oklahoma City could all be integrated into it.
Okay, so I'm going to start closing stacks. If you do want to get on stack, raise your hand, and the next person on stack is weak.
Yeah, logo is the most important symbol for the movement.
Yes.
And definitely we should have some that represent us. But do you have anything right now to show us or any idea?
The reason I don't have, and that's what I just said in my example, I don't have one. I want to make a contest. We can bring the contest back here. We can bring the results. But no, I'm not pushing a single one. Yes, we need a logo. Where shall we get it? Maybe the winner's in Timbuktu.
Next on stack is Jim.
Yeah, I'd like to ask a question. I think it's a great idea, but I'm concerned about this whole movement of branding. Last night somebody mentioned this Ben & Jerry proposal, which to me is sort of outright hippie capitalism, transparent, no driving around. And so when people talk about branding, I've been in business and done things like this where we advertise for logos to create logos to make money. And so I'm just concerned about when I hear Ben & Jerry wants to set up, has a website with YouTube photos, which is clearly to take advantage of the zeitgeist of what's going on for marketing purposes. I just, I'm just that vibe is just something that's a little disturbing or awkward, and I'm not saying you're in that vein, but I'm just wondering about the overall holistic situation with this kind of stuff entering the picture where somebody's dangling a big carrot because they want to use the energy of what's going on to sell ice cream. I'm just throwing that. Well, I'm just throwing that into the picture. That's all.
I'm sorry, but I don't see the connection.
I do. Unfortunately, I do.
You guys don't want to do a back and forth?
It sounds like more of a concern than a question.
Right now,
it is a question because for all I know, this gentleman was associated with that effort. He's not, but I'm just raising it. Okay.
So next on stack is Emily.
I was one of the people who was commenting online about this proposal. And I was one of the people commenting online about this proposal, and I guess my main question is the same that he had about, have you thought about after collecting all of these submissions, what will happen next? After all of these submissions happen, do you know what the process is, what you will do with them? So I guess it's the same thing, and it doesn't sound like there's an answer to that question yet.
There is not an answer to the question beyond what I already said.
Okay, which is just collect.
Collect,
that's it.
and then decide.
Next on stack is John.
Oh, Jonathan?
Okay, so is this contest online only, and who decides the winner?
There'll be online voting. What we'll do is, again, we'll sift it down to a workable number. And if the number's 100 wonderful logos, there would be online voting for it. The whole purpose is to get people involved. There's no money involved. There's no money involved. We don't pay anybody. We don't collect any money. Okay? It's just willow it down and then decide to do online voting.
Next on stack is Kristen.
I have two questions actually. One, have you talked to the design group here about this? Because I know that they want to be involved in this process.
I would be more than glad to work with any group that already exists, and I know that there's a lot of logos out. Again, it's the contest.
And also, I was wondering if you had heard about any of the issues with a similar situation with Occupy.com. Had also a contest for logos and for that site. Evan may know something about that. And it raised a lot of concerns were raised on the part of designers and in competition and getting free work. It raised a lot of issues, so I was just wondering whether you were aware of some of these problems.
The short answer is no. B, I'd like to talk to you afterwards.
You might want to talk to Evan.
Evan? Who's Evan?
Evan is the showman.
It's really
It's a woolly world with 72. I will talk.
let's
Next and last on stack is Jack.
Okay.
Morning.
Okay.
Let's see it, Jack.
Okay, you see this? This is made in Zuccotti Park. This is born and made in Zuccotti Park. And this is only 3, and there's one more. This is what democracy looks like. It's a picture of Voting Square. And everybody over there, that's what it is. So that's, what democracy looks like. But anyway, this logo, see, it says 99% peace. I got this to the,
Let's see.
Jesse Jackson got it, but he liked this one. And he told me that Obama's going to get this. And I gave him a t-shirt. Look, this here too. This is all Zuccotti made. See? All of this. This here, Guy Fawkes, this is a patent, a trademark by Warner Brothers. Time Warner.
Yeah, again, you got someone
So,
back here.
oh yeah, we have a kid.
Is there a question?
Thank you, Jack. Ladies and gentlemen, Jack, he'll be here all night. Okay,
so moving on.
Thank you. I thank you.
So that was it for clarifying questions. We as a facilitation team, we understand that people didn't want to do breakout groups last time. Maybe here's another opportunity to do them. We could do 5-minute breakout groups talking about our concerns and friendly amendments, bring them all together again as a group. Anyone who has anything to say can report that back. But it'll just give us a chance to discuss this with each other. So here's another chance. Can I get a temp check? Can we get a temp check on taking 5 minutes to go into breakout groups to talk about our concerns and friendly amendments?
small groups, like 4
Small-
people groups for 5 minutes.
Come on, guys. Everybody please
Participation, guys.
Temp check.
Temp check.
Do it. Let him do it. Let him do it. Let him do it.
Yeah, well,
Okay, cool. So since we
Now
have
we talk about how to change America.
we're just gonna move on with the same old boring process, and we're gonna
Ben and Jerry. How about Ben and
okay,
Jerry?
wait,
We're gonna have
wait,
to
you
talk
want to
about
do, you want
that.
to do Okay, guys, can everybody come back? Participate in the temp check, please. Do we want to do small breakout groups? Just trying something new. Just trying something new. Yeah, this is not. Yeah, like what's?
It's a good idea. Let him do it. Hell,
Okay.
let's do it.
All right, we're just going to move forward to opening stack for concerns and friendly amendments. So opening stack for concerns and friendly amendments, that gentleman right there.
Are we doing staff?
Yeah.
My concern is that it has sort of organically branded itself in a way. This and also the specific font that we're using for Occupy. It might become it might become confusing in a sense because people already have seen this and that specific font typeface.
There isn't one. There are multiple ones.
Have a good night's sleep.
Because I was in the design groups and there was a certain font, I can't remember what it's called.
How much? How much?
Say it again.
Free. Donation appreciated. Reasonable donation. Free.
That really
This is the one.
Speak up, please.
No, there's not an official logo, but the branding and the logo has emerged organically that people already associated with. and also with the typeface that's used with the word occupy, and also this. So it might become confusing to me or to others that start to do other ones. That's my concern.
Okay, so we have 10 people on stack, so we're going to go ahead and close stack. Raise your hand if you want to get on right now. But the next person on stack is Herman. Okay, next on stack is Dylan.
My concern is that it already has so many beautiful logos, mildly marginalized into one. And how would you get only one logo to be the official logo when you got a copyright out on it and all the listeners for that?
As I said, we never done it. We asked them to have it one there, and I think that's sure, and even then I wanted to do this. So I'm not locked into one. I'm locked into this content, just involved with I have no logo to push to myself. I just like the idea of a lot of involvement.
Next on stack is Emily.
I expressed my concerns online that I don't think that I think that there are already a lot of artists contributing to this movement, putting their work out there. There are resources where you can download it, where it's Creative Commons licensed, like Occupy Design, like Occupy.org, and I don't find it necessary to have an official logo. I know that that's the way that other organizations in the world work, but I don't think Occupy Wall Street is like any other organization. And I firmly believe that there should never be an official logo for this organization, and that to me, the comparison that someone made, that Adam made, which was that choosing an official logo is akin to choosing a representative for this movement, which is something that is visually choosing a visual representative, which to me violates our statement of autonomy. And I think that this is an organic movement. Things come up from the ground, and there is a lot of equity in some of the visuals that are already being used out there. And you're welcome to use any of them, or to push for a new one if you don't like any of the ones that are in use.
So I just want to say real quick, there are 5 minutes left in this, so please make your statements or concerns real short, 30 seconds or less. Boom, boom, boom.
Thanks.
My point is, a big concept, that's all. That's all.
Okay.
That's all. No, and I can't see, we're not steering with it. We're not. Yes.
Next on stack is Tim.
Okay, so I have a concern, but before that, who is this logo for? Is it for Occupy Wall Street? Is it for the Occupy movement? What is this logo for? And then I have a concern after.
The Occupy movement.
So my concern, among many of these branding-related concerns that I have, and the idea that by having artists compete with each other, that's a concern for me, and having one logo that some Occupy Wall Street related group says it's the one that wins, or even like a small number, that still bothers me. But I think more importantly, we don't have the authority, we're not empowered to pick a logo or to design the process for choosing a logo for the whole movement. That's something that is much bigger than us. I think that if this General Assembly wanted a logo of its own, that would be something entirely different. I would still have some concerns with doing it with a contest, but that's something within our scope of responsibility, our scope of empowerment. The movement as a whole is outside of that scope, so I'm concerned that doing anything like this in this way sort of it's just sort of out of the question for me. But I do very much appreciate that you want a mechanism to get lots and lots of people involved and invest in the movement. I think that's a really powerful motivation, and I hope that we can come up with something that will do that same thing without kind of crossing our design.
I love you. Good night.
I'm finished.
Okay. Next on stack is John.
Jonathan?
Okay, hi. So my concern is that whoever wins, they claim rights to it, and then, you know, that's my concern.
Open source.
Next on stack is Wheat.
Yes, I am really concerned and I admire you to bring a logo, but what he said is really great too. Let's start practice on here. Let's get some logo for General Assembly. Let's have some logo for New York with all these endless artists that we have here. And then from here, if we accomplish that one, with all the limited magnificent artists, creative artists that we have, maybe you put that as a one for the national campus, and then we have that. That's such a...
It sounds like a friendly amendment, maybe?
Yeah, friendly amendment, yes. Can you respond to that? Can you respond to
Can I respond to what you said?
To have one, to start one logo from
Well,
New York.
isn't there a committee already that could do for local? He said he's...
You're talking about the Occupy design, the OWS design? This gentleman is, the gentleman's asking.
I think
There is nothing.
I have not Occupy Design, but I know Occupy Design.
Okay,
They're out there.
we don't have a lot of time left on this proposal, so...
Next on stack is Tom.
Hey, how are you? Two things in the beginning. You said a logo contest, but then you emphasized contest. And I think contest is great to elicit from a diverse group of thousands of people around the world to do whatever, to really be happy in submitting them. In terms of picking one, I think that's going to be very difficult. But having a contest is great. And the only other secondary consideration is there's also the dichotomy with who has access to the internet and who doesn't. And just as NYCJ has 8,600 people, but this movement is much greater than that, to that contest you might get a certain single-digit fraction of folks, and it's going to be great. Just like Grand Fury did with ACT UP, silence equals death, all that stuff. But one official one, that language is going to turn people off. But a contest to bring about new signs, new chants, I'm all for it. And there seems to be a working group already working on that. And you can work with them, and it will only enhance that working group.
This is my Wow.
Next on stack and last on stack is the esteemed Evan.
I guess one friendly member, however this ends up manifesting, is that when people design logos, they put a lot of work into them. So that work should be seen and remain to be able to be seen. Keep it in the comments so it can be seen. So it doesn't, there's no process where, not so much picking the winner as eliminating eliminating people's submitting. So I think that is if there's going to be some kind of collective contest, I might want to call it like a crowdsource event or something. So contest moves away from it, but that's it.
Okay, so do you accept that as a friendly amendment? So maybe we're done with the stack. So do you care to, or please, restate the proposal and any friendly amendments that you have accepted? So the friendly amendments are to keep any work that's submitted in the Commons and call it a crowdsource event. And the other friendly amendment was to start looking at this from the perspective of the General Assembly or Occupy Wall Street, not the Occupy movement as a whole. So do you want to accept or reject either of those amendments?
Is yes, and while I agree with you, my idea was bigger than New York.
Okay. So you just have to restate the proposal with that friendly amendment, and here it turns.
Just a short summary of the proposal. Like
to start a worldwide Facebook contest to design a logo.
Facebook?
Yeah, isn't that what I said?
Okay.
I didn't say Facebook? I'm sorry.
Okay, well...
Okay, let's internet. Let's let this
Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
No.
I didn't know. I was not asleep. Okay.
Okay.
So the proposal is to start a web contest.
Yeah. Go ahead and restate.
To start a web contest to create a logo for the Occupy movement as a whole, and any submissions will be left in the Commons, and it will be a crowdsourced event. So, do we have any stand-asides? Just to remind, before anybody answers, reminder, stand-aside means you don't like the proposal, but you'll let it go through. Any stand-asides?
Stand aside. Would you like to speak to your stand aside? Why you're standing aside?
Henry doesn't like logos.
Any more stand aside,
Yeah.
sir? You have a stand aside?
Yeah, I think it's a great idea, but the issue I raised earlier about the sort of move of capitalism in general to absorb everything, I think has to be put into the context of logos, branding, stereotypes. That's the issue that I'm concerned about. But I'm not going to oppose it. I think it's a good idea.
Do we have any other stand aside?
Okay, and before we call on them, can all the stand-asides put their hands way up in the air so that we can count the stand-asides?
Freddie, go ahead. Why are you standing aside?
Exactly, it's asking for, and I just don't feel comfortable avoiding it. That's all.
Okay. Any other stand asides? Jack? Why are you standing aside?
Because you got to remember that Zuccotti Park, Liberty Square, is the holy land of occupied Wall Street. That's right. Today, I felt like burning the Declaration of Oakland. But anyway, we have 4 made in Zuccotti, born in Zuccotti, not pets. That's pretty ridiculous. We have logos. This
Khe-Sanh of Occupy Wall Street. Sure.
and there's one more, and that's it. So we can't just have one.
So that's why you're standing aside.
Yes.
Okay,
Any other stand-asides?
okay, before anybody sweeps their stand-asides, we need an official count for the minutes of how many stand-asides we have. So please, everybody, put your hands up there so we can count. Don't put them down, it should be counted.
Freddie,
1, 2,
you wear stand aside,
3,
right?
4, no, we have 5.
So please raise your hand.
7, 8.
I don't know what
No, 9, 10, 11.
Okay.
12, 13. 13 stand-asides. Sorry.
Oh, did you see this?
Like they'll probably come up with some interesting stuff. But see, I ran a business. We did contests like this, and we got the best logo that was the most popular. And guess what? Whenever
Does
we
anybody
put
want
it
to
into
speak
a
their
place and
stand-aside? It hasn't
advertise
already been said.
it would
It's a
increase the
concern
amount of
that
money we
hasn't already
got.
been stated.
So
Go ahead, ma'am.
this is sort of to me like, you know, interesting slippery slope. Slippery slope.
Individual choice, what the person's feeling towards the movement is and their impression of that. And I don't think one
I think it's ridiculous to have this contest only on Facebook. I think that people who have access to the internet, or maybe not, maybe they could draw it by hand, but that don't have Facebook.
He said stuff.
Okay, so... Yeah. Oh, that's what my walking point is. So that's long Facebook.
Okay. So we now have 10 stand asides.
Or 11. It was Facebook with a big dive in my operation. Okay, so it's not on Facebook. That wasn't stated when the proposal was stated, so that's not what the proposal is. If anybody's concerned, it is about the particularity of Facebook. Let it go. So we're down to 11 stand-asides, but we're moving on to blocks. Blocks, yet again, are serious ethical, moral, safety concerns about this proposal such that it compromises the integrity of the movement in your mind and you